Again, next numerical. Let us discuss this numerical. Keep your notebook and pen ready and note down simultaneously equations. Next question is calculate the charge carried by 12.5 into 10 raised to power 8 electrons. Very simple. Q is equal to any number of electrons 12.5 into 10 raised to power 8. Put it here and charge on one electron 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19. Remember this always. Now remember, charge on electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. If in question this is not given, but you should know. This is the basic thing. Multiply and solve, this much of charge is there. So these number of electrons carry this much coulomb charge. Okay, the next question. A polythene piece rubbed with wool. Next numerical, a polythene piece rubbed with wool is found to have a negative charge of 3 into 10 raised to power minus 7 coulomb. That is Q. In this question, what is given? Q is given. First, estimate the number of electron transfer from which to which. Number of electron transfer 2 into 10 raised to power 12. From where to where? From which to which? Polythene piece rubbed with wool is found to have a negative charge. So there is negative charge on the polythene piece. Polythene piece. It means electrons are gained by the polythene and lost by the wool. So wool is losing 2 into 10 raised to power 12 electrons and polythene piece gaining 2 into 10 raised to power 12 electrons. B part. Is there a transfer of mass from wool to polythene? So if electron has mass, definitely there is transfer of mass. From where to where? Again, from wool to polythene. Although mass of the electron is very less, of the 10 raised to power minus 31 kg of this order. But the order doesn't matter. Question is whether mass transfer or not. Yes, mass transfer. Electrons carry mass as well as charge. So how much mass? The number of transferred electrons, mass of the transferred electron. How many electron transferred? 2 into 10 raised to power 12. Capital M. And mass of one electron, that is small m, is 9.1 into 10 raised to power minus 31 kg. So multiply, get the answer. So in transfer of electrons, not only charge transfer as well as mass also transfer. But in case of atomic transfer, if atom transfer, only mass transfer, not the charge, because atom is neutral in nature. So next, another very important numerical. This figure shows tracks of three charged particles. See figure, see this figure. This is positive charge plate, this is negative charge plates, and three charged particles are injected to this field, projected in this field. After traveling some distance, they started deviating from their path. See, one is deviating in this direction. Second is also deviating in direction of one. But third particle is deviating towards the negative plate, downward. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. So electrons, these particles are deviating along the y direction and moving along the x direction. Their motion is along the x direction, but when they are passing through the charged plates,
Yeah.
both x and y changing, and they are deviating along the y direction. So which particle has highest charge to mass ratio? Charge to mass ratio means Q by M. Charge, suppose charge on particle is Q, mass of the particle M. We have to find which particle has highest Q by M. Okay, so let us start solving the question. First of all, give the signs of three charges. What is the sign of charge 1? This is negative. Particle 1 is negative because this is deviating towards the positive plate, attracting towards the positive plate. It means this is negative. Particle 2, again deviating towards the positive plate, charge plate. It means 2 is also negative. 3, deviating towards the negative side, attracting towards the negative plate. It means third particle is positive in nature. So we have solved the first part, give the sign of the three charges. Now let us move to second part. Which particle has the highest charge to mass ratio? Q by M, which is having higher. What is the acceleration? Acceleration according to Newton's second law, force over mass. Now force on charged particle is charge into electric field, Q into E. E is suppose intensity by M. Now apply second equation of motion in y direction. What is second equation of motion? S is equal to ut plus half at square. S means height or shifting of particle along y direction, that is h. Suppose there is h shift in the particle, either towards downward or upward, h. So in place of s we put h. Ut, initial velocity 0, 0 into t, plus half at square. Half at square, a is qe by m, qe by m t square. We have substituted the value of a. So h is equal to 1 by 2 a qe by m t square. Now see, 1 is constant, 2 is constant, e is constant, t is constant. So what is the result? H is directly proportional to q by m. Q by m, that is charge over mass. And h is what? Distance traveled by particle along y direction. So which particle will travel larger distance, which is having larger q by m? So which particle has shifted with in large amount, large magnitude? That is third particle. There is greater shift in third particle as compared to first and second. It means third particle is having larger shift because q by m is greater for third particle. So third particle is having highest charge to mass ratio. So very interesting numerical. Here new concept came, that is E is electric field. So just remember, force on charge is product of charge and electric field intensity. There is electric field between these two plates, plus plate and minus plate. Charged particles are moving in electric field, that is E. So force on electric charge in electric field is Q into E. Charge Q, electric field E. So just for the moment, just remember this. Later on, we will discuss what is electric field. Now another very important numerical, very interesting. See in this picture, in this diagram is described here. If a positively charged glass rod is brought near to two uncharged spheres on contact with each other, induced charges on the sphere are shown in figure. Describe what happens when. So what is happening? These two charges are placed on insulating stand and they are connected, joined, touching each other, and this glass rod is brought near. What will happen? We have already discussed it. See, I take you that slide where we have discussed the induction. See this slide. I have already described it. When you bring a positive glass rod near a conducting rod or any conducting body, metallic body, what happens? Shifting of electron takes place. I have described it. So same concept is being used here. यहाँ पे same concept लग रहा है. And we have also discussed this two spheres when in contact. See this. See this. Two spheres are in contact. We bring positive charge rod. What is happening? Same picture is there. Same situation is there. This positive glass rod causing induction. Electrons from further surface of the metal sphere are shifting towards this surface of the A sphere, making this negatively charged, and here deficiency of electron making this surface positively charged. This is described in these three lines, this whole phenomena. And then questions are there. What will happen if glass rod spheres are separated slightly? So in first step, only spheres are separated, not glass rod. Glass rod is still there. See, glass rod is still there, but spheres are separated. Now see where my cursor. See my cursor. There is gap. Now they are separated. But still, what is the thing? What is the situation? Electrons are still in attraction with the glass rod, and this surface of B is still positive because we have not removed the glass rod. Now slowly we remove the glass rod. So what happens? The glass rod is subsequently removed. In second figure, see, there is no glass rod. We have removed glass rod. Now what will happen? These charges are opposite, positive, negative. So they will move towards close to each other. So now see in this figure, charges are now here. This positive charge has shifted towards this surface and negative charge is shifted towards in this figure. Why? Because now they are free. Glass rod is not there. Class teacher is not there in the class. Glass rod is class teacher. Now students are free to move according to their liking, disliking. But here case is liking. Positive and negative charges attracting each other. They are moving towards each other because glass rod is not there. So second answer of second part. Now third part. Finally, spheres are separated apart. Here spheres are still close to each other, but now we separate both the spheres. What is happening? See, what is happening? Now charges are equally distributed on the sphere. Sphere is of metal, and how the charge is metal with sphere I have already explained you. See in this slide, taking you back previous slide. I have explained behavior of insulators and conductors with the charges. So here in third figure has changed. Charges are now equally distributed over the surface because surface is of metal. So this is the whole what we have learned. Now we are applying it in the numerical. So every concept which I have explained, now I am using those concepts to solve the numerical. So if you are attentive and alert and your concentration is good, smoothly you will run through the syllabus. Now gold leaf electroscope. This is a device which is used to detect the presence of the charge on any body. You can make it at your home. Take a glass bottle, see, or glass container like this shape, cubical shape, or like arrange a rod. This is the rod, metal knob, metal rod, metal knob, and rubber piece or cork, any insulating, any insulating fitting, fit it here in the mouth of the this container, or here in, if you make this of cubical shape, if you wish to make in this shape also, both are gold leaf electroscope. Very small arrangement. Glass bottle, one metal rod, one insulating ceiling. Put glass rod, put metal rod in the ceiling. These are two aluminum foils. Normally, in labs we have electroscope having gold leaf. Leaf means patte, do patte. These are leaves. You can make it. Now what will happen? We will see later.